fly the trusty Rusty Warrior to Vero Beach. We eat some cow, and I find a camera under the wing.
Hey boys and girls, today I'm on the way to the airport. Got my next lesson coming up. Mainly I've been studying because it's time to get ready for the final written. And little side note that for those who are thinking about doing this, don't forget as you're doing your courses and your flight training that the real life doesn't stop. So life got in the way, and I have a 2,300 bill for repairing my truck, so I'm in this new fancy Equinox Chevy as a loaner car until I get my truck back in a couple of days. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing takeoffs, soft and short takeoffs, and practicing maneuvers, and then hopefully next time I have my second solo and fourth. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to record today's flight, but I wanted to do something for you guys. So hey, yo, I have to say I'm liking this courtesy car. It's the second time I got to try it. I got this one last year. If Chevy would like to send me a free car in a box to try out, maybe give my subscribers a 10% discount. Oh, no. Oh, well, you don't know until you ask, do you? I can try it out for you, Chevy. But so far I'm liking it. I'm liking the audio, and very smooth. But going from a Dodge truck to Equinox, you have to get used to the light sensitive braking. I'm used to putting my foot down to brake rightly, and you don't need to do that with this, and being low to the ground compared to the Dodge. But no, very good. So hi everyone, it's me. As you can probably guess, there was not much I could record. Part of that, I want to be responsible with what I show and what I don't show, because my camera is going to be in a POV kind of view. And I'm just being introduced into soft field and short field takeoffs. And like your initial reaction, well mine was, as soon as we took off, I'm like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck are you doing? Because he was helping me with the takeoff, and it could look very scary if you didn't know what you were doing. Because as soon as we pick up off the ground, we're tipping the nose forward to keep inside of the ground effect, and it looks like you're gonna dive into the freaking runway again, but you've got wheels underneath. But your initial reaction is different, and you got to be kind of responsible with what you record, because even though we have disclaimers, I'm not an instructor yet, and if someone goes and copies what I do despite the disclaimer, I'm still responsible. So maybe when I'm an instructor I'll start doing that, but there is going to be plenty more flight videos to come. I got my second solo and
and a local area song coming up. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I want to cap off this video is that is a separate lesson into its own, even though I kind of made fun of it and showed the car off a little bit. When you're planning to do this, you could either, when I first started out, I thought this was going to be fast and quick because it's a part 141, and then COVID happened, and then it's been a year later, and here I am still. So I survived without working because we had to, because we were in lockdown. But you gotta take into that consideration is why you're in flight training. If you don't have work, just because you're in flight training, life around you doesn't just stop. Things still happen. So when you are thinking about financing your student and piloting school, don't forget that unexpected things like having to pay $2,300 for your inspection to be done on your vehicle can happen, and COVID could happen. It's kind of ironic that you say you got to plan for the unexpected. This is why I always say you got to plan for value and hope for the best instead of planning for the best and hoping the worst doesn't happen, because the worst is going to happen. You can do all the checklists you want. There are still things that are going to happen eventually. So it's good training just to prepare yourself. But just keep in mind that you need a little bit of reserve money if you can. Not everyone has a support mechanism. I'm lucky I have family that could help me out, which is what happened there, because there was no way I could have got this done in time. Like the inspection ran out at the end of the month, which is tomorrow, and and if I didn't get this done, I wouldn't be able to drive. So it is very fortunate, and I'm appreciative. I feel sucky that I even had to go and ask, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and at the end of it, I'm hoping that by the end of this I can fly and start earning money. So it is kind of an investment, but you gotta take that into consideration, that you've got all of this to think about before you even start doing the training. So yeah, the first lesson of stage 2 is done. It's completed. They introduced me into the short field and soft field takeoffs and landings. Very weird. Yeah, that's the other thing. I got home. Yes, you might tell it's now nighttime compared to earlier. I got home and I just crashed. That's how you know you worked hard, because your mind's tired. And the 40-minute drive back is probably has something to do with it. It's kind of it hasn't escaped the ironic nature. I drive 20 minutes or 30 minutes to the airport just to fly back here, and fly back to the airport just to drive back here. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so unfortunately there is no flight video today, but like I said before, the nature of this is for me to learn, to get my private pilot's license. Then I can worry about cameras and stuff like that, and more on the YouTube. I do want to keep doing these, but I know you guys want to see flight videos. I do too. So yeah, it's coming. Alright, adios.